Hi, welcome to another edition of What the Fuck Happenings in the YouTube Atheist Community. Okay, interesting week. So I guess I'll start off with Stickam last night. Lots of talking last night. Really hard philosophy all night. You know, meaning of life, DNA molecule stuff all night. No real politics. Early in the evening, I did have a little conversation with N.D. Clark, of all people. And you know, it was alright, but he was just still making the same argument that, well, I wouldn't care if somebody Hitlerized me and called me a liar and called me a cheat and a thief and a bum and you know, I wouldn't mind that at all. And fuck that shit, you know. You know, there seems a lot of, to me, that's a convenient statement coming from people who aren't enduring such harassment, you know. I mean, if there's 10 little fuckers, you know, one starring all his videos, I don't think he'd be too pleased either, but whatever. You know, it was an alright conversation, but I don't think it resolved too much. I mean, I just let him know why I was incredibly disappointed in it, and why, you know, I would expect better for myself. I mean, like I said, I wouldn't go 5-star videos to do the same things to anybody else I call friends on YouTube. So I don't think it's too much for me to expect other people to behave as I would behave. I mean, it's sort of the reversal of the golden rule thing, but it's, the idea is I have a right to expect from others what I would expect from myself, I think. So anyway, lots of people in there. You know, Paul's ego was in there later in the night. We ended up on the virtual reality thing. He didn't talk much. He just threw in a few sarcasms now and then. So I don't know. He didn't seem too pleased with the conversation, but he hung in there a while, so it must have had some interest to him. But sorry to you know, you always disappointed. You know, disappoint the whatever icons, whatever, you know, people who you do have respect for. Sarah Hahn was in there, you know, the, you know, fuck the animals video guy who says now the video wasn't about fucking animals. You know, everybody who saw the video completely misunderstood his video, apparently, including me, and, you know, of course, but I'm the only one who he'll point a finger at and say you misunderstood the video. He won't yell at the rest of the world who misunderstood it. So whatever. You know, he did make another response video, so I guess maybe tomorrow I'll throw another last shot at him, just because he just wants to keep making a game out of this. I mean, we accomplished nothing last night. I mean, he just kept talking about the blocking issue and stuff, and, well, why do you block people and then respond to their videos, and, you know, somehow I should give a damn. I mean, if somebody makes a, I don't care if I never even saw them before. I could see a video tomorrow, hate it, and make a response video to it. I don't care whether they post it as a response. I don't give a damn. I'm making a response to it. I'm saying it's a dumb, stupid, asshole, fucking idiotic video. All right, whether they can respond and comment, I don't give a damn. I don't have any desire to comment on your fucking asshole video. So why should I give you the right to, you know, fucking graffiti on mine? Fuck you. I got no use for you. I got no use for your convoluted, idiotic videos that can't be understood. Because apparently you can't figure out that the title means something. Apparently the title doesn't mean anything, in your opinion. And then it doesn't matter that everything you say in the video supports the title. You know, people are supposed to know you were saying something entirely different. So, well, fuck you. If you're that incomprehensible, quit making videos. Or at least quit complaining about the misunderstandings you create. Which I don't think there really was any. Alright, who else? Citizen Worm. I had to kick her from the room. You know, look, she makes this argument that I'm strawmanning people, and I think she was implying that I somehow strawmanned to be serious, which is just a crock of absolute shit. I mean, she made some comment on one of Citizen Worm, I mean, to be serious video, like great video or something. There's no content in the video. How the fuck could it possibly be a great video? And then she came with her agenda in my room there and just started with that crap. I quote, I let the person talk in my goddamn video, and then I respond to their whole statement, not just a sentence. The whole context of their statement is represented, and then I make my counter argument. You can't get much fairer than that. I mean, if I'm obviously strawmanning, then everybody's going to see it. It'll be exposed. It'll be fucking obvious, because the whole context of the conversation is preserved in my goddamn video. So it's just it's a bullshit argument. It's just a bullshit argument. So that's why I did kick her. Didn't like doing it, but fuck it. I'm not gonna argue nonsense. My 1,100 whatever videos, they speak for themselves. You either get it or you don't get it. But I'm not going to sit there and explain every fucking video and explain why it's not a straw man. Fuck you. Anyway, who else was in there? Pyro. Yeah, we had a pretty good conversation with Pyro, and it went pretty well. I mean, we argued through the virtual reality thing. We sort of got to a point of agreement, and then they all got fucked on this issue that he has this, you know, he has this need to procreate, you know, and so that's it for him, you know. Oh, if I don't have the right to make babies in the outside world, then, you know, life doesn't mean anything. I mean, he thinks it's some sort of, you know, eternal life, because he's going to have some kid who'll grow up to be a fucking Republican and, you know, be exactly the opposite of what he believes in, and he thinks that's, oh yeah, well, I'm living forever inside the mind of a Republican. I don't think that's going to happen. Kids, you know, kids don't turn out nothing like their parents. It was kind of funny though, that after, you know, I always get out of the room kind of late. It was 8 o'clock in the morning. It was a long night. Like I said, it was hard philosophy all night. I was always really beat. And so I went to sleep. I really was kind of tormented. I didn't just fall right to sleep or something, but I was really dreaming. And it was just a funny dream, because the two parts I remember Matt was in the dream, and then he turned into like a 9-year-old kid, and he was like playing in the stream, and they found a dead mouse, and he was all fascinated by the dead mouse, because, you know, I guess it's a death thing with him. He's always talking about death, like death is the only thing we worry about. You know, it's we don't worry about not getting any, but no, we worry about death. But anyway, it's just kind of funny that he just turned into a little kid. You know, so in my brain I've marginalized him into a little kid. But Pyro was really cool. Pyro gave me a jar of coffee and some creamer, like from France, and so I guess that represents Nick, the little French creamer. So that was kind of cool of him. So I got along with Pyro in the dream better than I did in reality. So that was nice. And I won't go into the rest of the dream, because it was really bizarre, but whatever. Okay, I better get to the rest of this fucking agenda. I'm already fucked 7 minutes and I haven't gotten anybody yet. Alright, give me a break, man. Shithead, asshole, fucker, kill him. No, don't do any of that. Whatever. I mean, since he has this, you know, partners can now promote other people's videos on their channel, and he promotes BCJ999. I mean, the guy makes the most boring, idiotic, fucktarded videos on goddamn YouTube. Why the fuck would you send anybody there? You can't find anybody else on YouTube to promote. Of the 16 people you're going to promote that asshole? I mean, fuck you. God damn.
So anyway, fuck that asshole, both of them. Jesus. Fake Sagan, I don't know what the fuck he was doing. He makes this goddamn video, this, you know, I don't know what it was. Anyway, so it's all this technology crap in it, where he's explaining, you know, it's all this techno video, and a horrible voice, and it was just the most probably the most irritating video ever made by somebody with more than 50 subscribers. I mean, just horribly irritating to listen to. And it was just like he was just acquiescing to the fact that, oh yeah, I don't even know what to think anymore. My whole philosophy blew up, and so I don't know what the fuck, you know, I don't know what I believe in. And which is funny for Fake Sagan. He's always so arrogant and confident. You know, and then at the end of the video, he explains that, you know, after he made the video, they had a big car wreck, and, you know, really kind of nasty. So nobody hurt, so that's good. Nobody killed anyway. A little bit banged up, I imagine. And then his next video was, he made a rationalization for voting for Nader in his state, and he made the rationalization based on the fact that Obama had a 10-point lead or whatever in his state, or 7, or some kind of whatever. And to, you know, to believe poll numbers and to think that that means something. I mean, that 7 points could actually mean that it's neck and neck. I mean, your vote could be so fucking crucial. I mean, if your state goes for McCain, what are you gonna, how are you gonna pay your penance to you know, the cause that you just fucked in the ass for no good reason? And to make a video supporting that kind of notion and suggesting to other people that they can just slack off and don't worry, it's a done deal, it's in the bag. I mean, that's exactly what McCain would want, man. That's exactly the kind of thinking he's saying. God, let's have a little more Fake Sagans. That's what McCain's saying. And the same for Captain Awesome. McCain's saying, more Captain Awesomes, man. Keep the people from the polls, baby. You know, more Codys. Make them not vote, man. That's exactly what McCain wants to hear, boy. I mean, you couldn't do better if he was paying you. You dumb assholes. Alright, the Amazing Atheist, he did a good video. I mean, just about sick 9 or whatever it is. But, you know, it's a simple video. I mean, just pointing out the obvious, that I'm just about sick assholes who keep saying, well, those were the good old days kind of shit. Or, man, they really had it made 300 years ago. You know, no, they didn't. You know, life, the history of humankind has been a litany of plagues and blights and horrors and catastrophes and failures and depressions and miseries and wars. I mean, there's very few decades where you escape the carnage. I would at least argue, though, that I think he maligned the 70s a little. The 70s, in spite of the end, the Vietnam War was ending, it was a pretty hot decade, man. We had landed on the fucking moon. We were, wages were going up for workers. Things weren't that fucking bad in the 70s, I have to concede. I mean, if I could go back there, I would. Alright, the Amazing Atheist also did another video with his brother, and his brother looks like he shrunk, so it almost looked like the Amazing Atheist and his little mini-me. So it was pretty funny. His brother's looking kind of trolly. It's like he's aged about 10 years. I don't know, but whatever. Alright, there was lots of good videos this week. I mean, Modern Mystic on the free will thing, I think they're good videos. They're interesting content. Darwin's Hamsters made a ton of videos, basically about psychology and how we psychologically approach philosophy in a lot of ways. Some of them very good, some of them, okay. And what else? Cody just did an art video in his life again, so yeah, whatever. And Captain Awesome is a complete retard, and I don't think I'll mention him again because his two videos were just completely idiotic, stupid, moronic, childish, infantile. Infantile is the word. Yeah, he's regressing. He's not aging, evoluting. He's devoluting. he's an infant. So anyway, enough said. The end. Probably lots of stuff missed, but you'll have to wait till next week, I guess, or never.